Hello my friends and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see what the game has for me today. We've got the Curious. Okay, so we're gonna do, again, the strict and more difficult version of the Curious, where I use 6 of the same weapon. So this is gonna be the ultimate Curious challenge. Let's roll and we'll see what weapon we get. We've got the shotgun. Shotgun, a very bad weapon for this version of the challenge, because losing damage on this weapon is very painful, and it's not going to be much help in killing the loot aliens. On the other hand, it does do 10 initial damage, so it's not bad there. Let's see if we can kill the tree here. Okay, we got the tree. Oh, we got a third crate from the tree. That's very unlikely and really nice, so very glad to have gotten that. We'll definitely take the duct tape. With the Curious, just to remind you what this character does, enemies have additional health, and we get 2 loot aliens every wave. And we get extra XP for every different item we have. But for every item that's the same, including weapons, we lose 10% damage. Since I'm going to be using 6 shotguns, we will be losing 50% damage. So that's going to be really, really challenging. We're going to take all of these items, except, wow, we rolled a duplicate, so I actually can't take the duct tape. That is very unfortunate. Here, I'm going to roll. I will probably take just ranged damage or percent damage if I see it, because this character is going to desperately need to build percent damage, and we will get economy from killing the loot aliens if I have enough damage to do so. So I don't need to worry too much about buying things like harvesting in the early game. I need to worry about making sure that we can kill the loot aliens every wave. The goal with this character is to not fall behind on your ability to kill loot aliens. I'm also going to pass on Propeller Hat and Turret here. Scar, I think we can pass on as well. We'll get a lot of XP gain just by picking up random different items. We'll take another shotgun, though, and then I'm going to do a reroll and a reroll. Lock a shotgun. Sharp Bullet, very bad with shotguns, because they already have piercing, so you don't want to reduce the piercing damage that you're doing. Baby Gecko could be pretty useful for this character, but I don't think it's worth locking. And I'm actually not going to reroll here. I really need to buy and upgrade shotguns in order to be able to kill the loot aliens, which are getting stronger every wave, remember. So here you can see that we are having a lot of trouble killing those guys, but we got the first one. And then can we get the second one? Trying to focus damage on it, and we did manage to kill both of them, so that's really nice. And then here, 1 ranged damage, we offset the XP gain penalty as well, so that's really good. This is some percentage damage, which of course we badly need. And then do I just take 5% damage here, or a ranged damage? I think I'm just going to take the 5% damage, and then I do want attack speed quite badly as well on this character. So let's just pick up the 5% attack speed, then I don't have to spend a lot of money re-rolling as well. We'll take the shotgun, we'll roll here. I don't really need Gecko and Elephant. Enemies have increased HP, so we just need to focus on our actual attack damage. And then we'll take another shotgun, and then roll. And Peaceful Bee, I would normally be very excited by, but this is a ranged damage character. We just can't afford the Peaceful Bee. But the injection I will take. Now here's my question. I can combine shotguns. And shotgun levels really well, so we're kind of incentivized to do that. I think I will combine up to 1 level 2 shotgun, because that puts me at only minus 24% damage, so we're in quite a bit better shape in terms of how much damage we're doing when I've combined those shotguns. The loot aliens, as you can see, do have a lot of HP, but we were able to kill that one. If I can stay next to it and not take too many hits and everything, then we should be able to kill it. Can we get the second one? We've got 8 seconds left. I think we can get the second one. It did run away from me, unfortunately, so I think we're not getting it here. Oh, nice. I got it right at the end. So 2 more crates. That's perfect. We'll take a baby elephant. Great. We'll take a boxing glove. The knockback, actually a downside for this character, because we really need to focus loot aliens, but we do still have to pick up the XP game when we see it. 3 ranged damage with 0 luck. That is a kind of unreal upgrade, so very, very happy to see that. And then I'm not that worried about upgrading my weapons, the number of weapons that I have. So let's just go ahead and buy these 2 items. Then I'll do a reroll. I will buy both of these as well. Gummy Berserker costs me armor, but does give me attack speed and XP gain. It's a unique item, but I think I'm going to do a reroll here. Shotgun does crit for 2x, so we'll take the Insanity as well. Even with negative % damage, Insanity should still be a damage upgrade for us. Didn't find any more shotguns, but one advantage that we do have is that shotgun's a weapon where you can stay on fewer of them for a lot longer than most other weapons because it's got the cleave damage and it upgrades really well. So a lot of the time you would want to be leveling just to like 1 level 4 shotgun and a bunch of level 1s anyways. So this character can get away with lower level weapons or fewer weapons. Toxic Sludge, I lose dodge but gain XP gain, and I think we will take that. Peaceful Bee, losing a ranged damage is terrible. It does give me some harvesting though. I think I will take it when it shows up for only 10 materials in a box like that. Do I want attack speed? Do I want lifesteal? I definitely am going to need some regeneration. As you can see here, it's very hard for us not to take hits because we have to chase those loot aliens very, very aggressively. So that is a problem for us. I think I'm going to take the attack speed though, because that's the stat that usually determines whether you can kill single strong enemies like the loot aliens. So more attack speed is really good, and then 8% damage is also excellent. Still no more shotguns, which is a little unfortunate, but let's take the Hedgehog. We will take the Insanity and then do a reroll here. I do want to find more weapons. I will accept losing some % damage to be able to pick up another shotgun. And this early little frog is going to be pretty good as well. Do I reroll for 5 to try to find another gun? I think I don't. Let's just go to wave 5. So we definitely need some HP. As you can see, we've only got 12. Though we will get some just by leveling up. Of course, this character levels faster than other characters. And we are able to maintain killing the loot aliens somewhat. So we got that second one. I don't think we're going to get... Or we got that first one. I don't think we're going to get the second one this wave, probably. Unless it spawns, like, right now. Because you saw how long it took for us to kill it. Okay, maybe we can get it with 10 seconds remaining. My attack speed is really causing me to struggle there because we were not able to focus damage on the loot alien and the other enemies. But we did actually manage to kill it. And Adrenaline is a great find. It's going to be a little harder for this character to build dodge, but of course this is just a level 3 item, so we're pretty happy to see it. Coral, losing range, but it does give us regen when I'm standing still, so I will take the Coral here. And then I could take 6 max HP, I could take 8 harvesting, I could take 10 luck as well to make higher level items more likely to show up from the boxes. I think I've got to just take some max HP. That's not like a guaranteed level 2 upgrade or anything, so if I reroll, the chances are not bad that the chances are pretty good that I'll just get an item that lower level item anyways. Fishhook, of course we want, and then let's do a reroll again. Defective Steroids and Jelly both give me max HP for relatively cheap, but I'm going to reroll one more time because I really wanted to try to find a shotgun. Unfortunately, we missed, so I'm really struggling to level my weapons this run. Okay, there's first loot alien. I got a box from a tree. It's pretty nice to get the box dropping from a tree and to kill trees before you kill the loot aliens on this character, because the chance of boxes dropping is dependent on how many have previously dropped that wave. So if you kill the tree, you have a higher chance first before killing the loot aliens. You have a higher chance of getting a box from it than if you wait until you've already dropped other boxes. Unfortunately, I missed on the second loot alien kill, but I'll take the jelly here. It's an HP, and it's an item that we don't have yet. We'll take a small fish. My damage is starting to really fall behind compared to the loot aliens, and you need to be way ahead on this character to make sure that you're able to kill stuff. Let's reroll, and I'll reroll again. I do want the move speed, but I've got to just take 2 ranged damage, and I'll take 5 crit chance as well. Just any damage I can get in order to kill these loot aliens is going to help so much. We'll take the fish hook. I'll buy a shotgun. I'll think in a moment about what I'm going to, whether I'm going to combine or anything like that. We'll take the shotgun as well and upgrade that, and then lock this one. And in fact, I'm going to lock this entire shop. We have a fish hook, so all of these items are pretty nice for us. Do I want to combine any of these items for plus 10% damage? So I could maybe go to a level 3 shotgun here, for example. I think going up to a level 3 shotgun, we'll want a level 4 as soon as we can get it. So going up to 1 level 3, I think is fine, because we gain 10% damage as the Curious. Definitely need to kill the healer aliens, although I should not have taken a hit to do so. So I'm going to need some lifesteal or some form of healing very soon. Lifesteal is the best one, of course, for this character. Got the first loot alien kill. More attack speed would be really, really nice as well. There's the second loot alien. So unfortunately, I did take a couple hits there, so we aren't going to get it, because I just wasn't able to focus damage because I took too much damage. So we're starting to really miss on killing these loot aliens, which is going to be a real problem. We're going to take the turret here. I'll take 3% lifesteal. That will let me focus my damage on the loot aliens much more effectively when I'm at full health. Because as you can see, what's happening is when I take a hit, I have to back off from the loot aliens, and then I can't kill them. So that's putting us in a much more difficult spot. I will take the Weird Ghost now that we've got 3 lifesteal. I'll take the Metal Plate. I'll take the Cursed Ugly Tooth. Do I want this shotgun? I think I do, and then we'll be able to try to curse another shotgun. I'll lock a Pearl. It's an item that we don't have. No, we've got 0 luck, so even cursed, the Pearl isn't that good. Whistle you should avoid on this character, because increasing the movement speed of loot aliens is brutal, so we really do need to avoid that. On the other hand, these items I'll take, and I'll do one more reroll to see if I can find another shotgun to lock. We'll lock a Reinforced Steel, and then we're going to go ahead and combine down to 5 guns here. So I can hold still for the Coral. They sort of fixed the tap move thing with Coral. So you can still gain some HP by tap moving. I don't know why I didn't dodge that. I just like held perfectly motionless and let it attack me. That's the other thing about Coral, is it makes you move weird, and then you just take extra damage more than you get back from the regen a lot of the time. Yeah, so they've sort of fixed the tap move thing with Coral. You can still get extra HP from tap moving, but it's less than it used to be, so it's not as powerful as it used to be, which makes the item honestly pretty bad, because holding still is generally speaking not something that you want to do. We only have it because it showed up for free. Only one loot alien again, but treasure map is amazing for this character, of course. I will take 8% damage. Any percent damage we can get is excellent. And here I'll take Reinforced Steel. Again, the fishhook missed 4 times. I'll take the head injury because percent damage is super important. Leather Vest is the one of these that I want cursed, so I'm going to buy the compass here. I'll lock a padding because a cursed padding could be pretty good as well. Where are guns? I will do one more reroll, and I guess I'll lock a Stone Skin, because if it shows up cursed, then I would buy Stone Skin. Really struggling to find weapons on this character. I've done a lot of re-rolling as well, because you start with Spyglass on the Curious, so you're incentivized to roll for items that you want, and in this case, guns that we want. But we were really just struggling to find any weapons. Or any shotguns, at least. Now, shotgun, of course, is a fairly expensive weapon, and one that is in a large weapon tag. There's a lot of guns, so it's harder to find shotguns than it is to find most other weapons in the game. So that's part of why we were struggling to find them. We're back to killing 2 loot aliens, which is great, because we had fallen behind our pace, where we were only killing 1. So killing 2, really, really nice for this character. Unfortunately, that last one spawned near the end of the wave, and we weren't able to get it. I could take the injection, but we've already got one, so it would cost me 10% damage and only give me 7%. Obviously not a good deal here. Coffee, 10% damage for 10% attack speed. Or 12% damage for 10% attack speed is surprisingly close, and in fact I think worth taking, because this character just desperately needs attack speed as well as damage. So Coffee, despite being a duplicate there, I think was actually correct to pick up. I could take the attack speed or percent damage. I'm gonna reroll though, because I feel like we can do better, and we were able to. Here I think we can invest in 15 luck. And then Stone Skin gives me a lot of HP, so I'll take that. We will take the Leather Vest. Pearl gives me only 1% damage, and Padding didn't get cursed. So I'm just going to roll past both of these at this point. Handcuffs. Do I take the handcuffs with 37 HP? Our damage is quite, would go up a lot from doing that. So I think I am going to take the handcuffs here, but maybe I wait 1 wave and see if we can get it cursed first. And Triangle of Power, I'll definitely pick up. Cauldron, I can grab as well. Snail, I'm going to lock and see if we can get that cursed. And then Terrified Onion, again, we're going to lock and try to curse that also. So this way I can pick up an HP level up here, and then we'll have like 40 or 50 health, which will be fine. So that's the goal with the handcuffs. And then because handcuffs is so much damage, I really need to, I have to buy it, because otherwise we just are going to fall too far behind in terms of our damage output. So this is just going to be a run where we just can't take too many hits. You can see the attack speed that I got from the duplicate Coffee is really coming into play, though. We're taking a lot less damage because we have the attack speed from that. We've got the Triangle of Power as well, which is offsetting our percent damage loss. So this character is now able to clear enemies much more efficiently than we were before, because we got a couple really strong damage items. Also, a bag. I didn't mention this when we got it, but bag is insane, of course, for the curious. Even though I am going to buy the handcuffs and lock my max HP, I'm still not taking Weird Ghost. I'm still not taking Cute Monkey either, because losing range damage is so painful. Decomposing Flesh, we will no longer be able to gain HP once we buy the handcuffs anyways, so this is just a lot of lifesteal. And then here, I'm going to roll. This is our guaranteed level 15 upgrade, so I'm going to roll until we get HP. Going to roll until we get HP. Yikes. Okay, these rerolls are getting super expensive, so I don't know that I can continue to do that. Oh, wait, I completely blanked. I'm dumb. I completely blanked on having Stone Skin, so I'm buying the armor here, and that will give us 6 HP as well, because we have the cursed Stone Skin. So obviously I should have done that earlier when we first rolled the 3 armor upgrade, but at least I remembered it in the end. I will still take the handcuffs, even though they're not cursed. 47 HP should be enough, and increasing our damage is so important. Buy both of these. I will take the Gecko. I'll take Gummy Berserker. It does cost me health, but attack speed is so important to this character, and we'll get that health back pretty easily. And nothing else here that I really want. Let's do one more reroll. Hunting Trophy is going to be a lot of money, especially if it gets cursed. We'll take a Tyler. And in fact, all of these are unique items, so I'm going to lock all of them. Still only have 5 guns, but at least it's shotgun, so having 5 guns isn't the end of the world. Also, taking that hit when we have Triangle of Power, pretty bad. Minus 2% damage, not that big a deal, but this character's main struggle is percent damage, so Should really try to avoid tanking damage when we have triangle, I say, and then tank damage immediately. And on this wave in particular, it's rough to take damage because there's these cursed rib cages, which put us under a lot of HP pressure and have a lot of health. So if I take damage and thus lose damage output because of the triangle, then we're less likely to be able to kill these cursed rib cages. That said, we still managed to get 3 crates. We've got a bat, which is perfect. Alien baby, I definitely don't want because we are HP capped. Coupon I'll take, though, and then 12% damage. We're now damage positive, which is awesome. I could take 12 dodge here, or I could take 3 armor, but I think I'm just going to take 12 dodge. When we get a level 4 dodge upgrade, that's really nice. We'll take a hunting trophy. A cursed hunting trophy is incredible. Tyler, I'm not going to buy because it didn't get cursed, and same with the garden. I just don't need when it's not cursed. Community support, probably worth buying on this character, even not cursed. But let's go ahead and buy the sunglasses first, and I'll lock these 2 items, and then we'll take a fertilizer as well. I'm going to roll bait. I'm going to lock for next wave. I don't want to buy it this wave because we're going into an elite fight. And I will take the gambling token. I've reduced my armor and thus my HP a lot, and it's going to happen even more with the community support, but 40 HP should be enough. Our damage output is really, really high at this point, so we should be able to kill the elite fairly simply, even with lower HP. This elite, not great for shotguns, because shotgun's basically a melee weapon, so it's sort of the same principle as trying to fight it with a melee weapon. You can't focus damage on it. Because the shotgun spread means that enemies further away just take less damage from shotguns, because a lot of the bullets go past them. Luckily, we were able to take it down, and then we also killed 2 loot aliens. I think there's a decent chance we get another loot alien spawn as well this next, at the 15-second or 5-second mark. And of course, the hunting trophy is starting to give us a lot of income. We didn't get another loot alien spawn, but we still managed to get a lot of crates and a decent amount of income. Baby with a beard first, amazing, very happy with this. This will help us clear all the other enemies while we're killing the loot aliens. Cog I'm not going to take, I don't want to lose percent damage. We've got -5 knockback, so I could take the coil. It would be knockback, it would be damage even, because it gives us 5 knockback, and then we gain 5% damage from that, but I'm just going to take the 40 materials instead. Grind's Magical Leaf, excellent. This will offset the HP loss that we've gotten from reducing our armor, and of course the regen and lifesteal are really good as well. Here I'm just going to take 6 dodge, because if I get to dodge cap, that's really nice. Community support, that's the one that I wanted to get cursed, so very happy to see that. We'll take Frozen Heart, Bait, and Recycling Machine as well. Recycling Machine, incredible for this character, of course, because we get a lot of crates, so there's a lot of items that we don't want in those crates. Another weapon, we're finally up to 6 weapons, and I am going to stay on 6 here. The Octopus, losing, we don't get that much benefit out of the HP, because we'll get HP just by buying armor, but the regen and lifesteal are not bad, but I think for -8 crit chance is just not that good when we have Hunting Trophy as well. Take the Triangle of Power, and I'm going to roll again. Ashes, this is probably worth it. It will cost me a lot of armor, but more damage is so important to this character, and Bag is one of the only items that you can double up on the Curious, because it gives you a ton of income. Do I want to try to buy a bag here? I probably do, and I'll lock the Sharp Bullet. I won't buy it if it doesn't get cursed, but if it does get cursed, we'll buy it, because that will reduce the penalty of buying it significantly. We're such a glass cannon build this run, but honestly, that's okay for this character. And we do have high dodge, at least. But I'm going to need to pick up some armor level ups. Where's... Oh, okay, we've got the second crate. I did kill both loot aliens. I was not sure that we had managed to do that. Walked right into that attack there, but our healing is very good, so even though I've got Triangle of Power, it's not that big a deal if we take hits. I think I will just triple up on bag, and we're just going to get as much damage as much income as we can, because our damage is quite good at this point. I do need move speed. I need attack speed as well, but I really want to get my move speed back to positive. And then I could take 9 HP, or I could take percent damage, or I could roll for armor, but let's just grab the percent damage and make sure that that is continuing to increase. So, needless to say, our fishhook has once again let us down. We had like one run with a good fishhook recently, and of course, every fishhook since then has been trying to prove me wrong. I am gonna pick up this bag, and I think I will still just take the ashes and Triangle of Power, even not cursed. These items are really nice for just increasing our damage output. We've already, I guess, sort of gone all in on buying all the greed items, so let's just get even greedier and buy Starfish here. Definitely would not recommend picking up Starfish, by the way, to optimize your win chances. But at this point, I think the character is strong enough, and we're kind of a glass cannon enough already that I'm just going to buy the Starfish just to have fun. I'll take the Alien Tongue here, and Pocket Factory I'm going to pick up as well. Again, these items are mostly just for fun at this point. But increasing our damage output is really important for this character, so the main thing that we need right now is... So we've done that, and then the main thing that we need after doing that is just picking up enough armor to have good defenses, even with the ashes ticking, and of course to get our HP back to HP cap before we fight the bosses. Dodge cap would be nice to hit as well. I also want some luck, because one issue that you can run into if you don't build luck on this character is that the items that come from crates start being duplicates a lot. Because if you're just getting mostly level 1 items from the crates, you're going to start seeing a lot of duplicates. But if you build luck sort of slowly over the course of the run, then you can start getting level 2 and 3 items pretty reliably from the crates, and that makes it much less likely that you find any duplicate items in the loot chests. I don't have a boiling water. It does cost me more HP, but more curse is good. Eye patch, I will take. More piercing, not that important, but it is a unique item, so it gives me XP gain. The accuracy loss doesn't matter at all on this character. And 3 crit chance is not terrible when you've got Hunting Trophy. We'll take the mouse as well, and then here I'm going to reroll, and we'll take 3 armor to offset our ashes armor loss, and that also gets us up to over HP cap again. What the heck? Our fishhook is up to 35% pity bonus. I'll take the Starfish here, and I'll take Baby Squid as well. I guess I'm just going to buy all these items, and we'll see what happens with the fishhook next wave. Vigilante Ring we will buy, even though it's only going to tick a few times. Baby Elephant we don't want. Crown we do want, especially if it gets cursed. Eye Surgery I don't care about, though. Although I do have Frozen Heart. That doesn't really matter. You don't want to buy 1 elemental damage to make the Frozen Heart good, but it does make it a little bit more interesting with the Eye Surgery. If I got it cursed, it would be 2 elemental damage, but that's still just such a small increase to our damage output. Took a hit there, which does cost me 4% damage, because Triangle of Power. Honestly, my damage against this elite is not as high as I was expecting, given how many damage at the cost of survivability items we've bought. But we still killed it quite quickly, and we're able to kill these loot aliens very fast as well. The Curious is so much fun, because you can end up just building all kinds of nonsense on this character, because you get so many free items from boxes. So you're going to have stats that you normally wouldn't ever buy. You'll get, like, you know, random engineering, random elemental damage, random luck-based damage, and so on. So you can end up taking this character in a lot of different directions. Okay, we did get the Cursed Sharp Bullet, so I will take that. It does still cost me 13% piercing damage. Not a great roll on the Curse on the Sharp Bullet here. I think that's quite a bit below average, but still good. And if we find a pumpkin, then we'll offset that. Alien Eyes I will take, and Ricochet. Not good with piercing, but so much fun that I'm going to take it anyways. Here, I'll just take 5% crit chance, and then I'll take 6 dodge to try to get to dodge cap. Glass Cannon is a lot of percentage damage. Take the crown. I don't want the feather. This cost me 6 HP, 3 armor, and 25% damage. This stone skin has been awful, by the way. It's just costing... I mean, it's giving me max HP, but we're reducing our armor a lot. I'll take the glass cannon still, and we'll take the silver bullet. That will help us kill stuff. Incendiary turret is pretty fun with ricochet, so I'm going to grab that, and then now we can take a pearl. Once I get enough pearls, if I get high enough luck, the pearls can potentially give us a bonus, even though they will be duplicate items. Mirror, you usually do not want to take on the Curious, though if I get a doubled Cursed Pearl, no, even then it would still be bad, so we're just not going to buy the Mirror. Pearl is a funny item on Curious because by default it's bad, of course, because duplicate pearls, it gives you more pearls and then those decrease your damage. But once you get 100 or more luck, those extra pearls start giving you additional damage anyways, even though they're duplicates. So you just have to sort of turn a corner, and then when you've stacked enough pearls, it's good on this character again. Still not an item that I highly prioritize for the Curious here, but if it gets cursed, then we'll pick it up. And of course, I can pick up additional luck as well. And our damage output is really good at this point, so I'm feeling pretty strong. Definitely want more... Oop, it took a big hit there, though. That's the very low armor that we have. We'll recycle Gummy Berserker. Okay, well, I've got a pearl locked in the shop. I guess one thing I can check is if my fishhook kicked. Because if we only had pearl locked, we still have a pity bonus. That means that we don't have a cursed pearl locked in the shop. So I'll take this one, and then we can just not buy the one that's in the shop. Wings, I will take. Does decrease my elemental damage, but that's fine. Treasure Map is another item that you can buy duplicates of on the Curious for really good effect, but it's a bit late for it now, so I won't. We'll take the regen potion, and then here, I'm going to roll for armor. All of these stats are nice as well, but this is our level 25 upgrade, so we're guaranteed a level 4 level up. And armor is going to be so important to this character. Although, I think I will also just take the 12 dodge here to try to get to dodge cap. Then, yeah, now we can take 2 armor to offset our armor loss. So you can see Fishhook ticks at the end of the wave, so you can check if the item got cursed. We are not going to buy Pearl, because we don't want a duplicate Pearl. We will take a cake, though. Oh, actually, that didn't make any sense. There was no reason to take the cake because I'm HP capped, so that was bad. Take the Cyclops Worm. Glass Cannon as a duplicate, I don't want. Mutation as a duplicate, I don't want. I'll take a Clover, though, which also gives me bonus damage from the luck and gets us to dodge cap, which is perfect. Keep rolling here. Broken Mouth. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice in a row this time. I can't promise not to do that in the future, but we don't need the HP. I'm going to level up to a level 4 shotgun. I will accept a loss of 1 ranged damage, because we also gain some percent damage when I take the Lucky Charm here. And then Silver Bullet is another item that might be worth duplicating, because it's so powerful for killing bosses. So I am going to lock the Silver Bullet. If it gets cursed, that will be excellent. And then I'm going to lock this shotgun to see if we can get that cursed. We've got the ricochets and the baby with a beard, so I can just focus damage on the boss here, and then everything else on the field should just sort of automatically die. I really love Ricochet with incendiary turret. It's just so funny watching the fire bounce around. Get this kill on the Curious there. Or on the loot alien, not on the Curious. So that I want to avoid that. We do not want that to happen. And there we go. One more wave in the books. And we managed to get 4 crates that wave, too. And recycle the jelly here. It's a duplicate. Lost Duck we're recycling as well. If we had enough pearls, then the Lost Duck could also be damage positive, but we don't. Ice Cube, cursed, an incredible find because we have Frozen Heart, so all of our damage is elemental damage. So this is just going to boost our damage output massively. We don't have any explosions, so I'm going to pass on that. Don't need the move speed here, so let's roll. I'm looking for armor here. I could take 15 luck, but I think I'm just going to roll again for armor. And yeah, I'm just going to take 1 armor. Even the 1 armor is really good, but I'll take 16% damage as well. I don't need a spyglass. I don't need a little frog. We did get the cursed shotgun. That's awesome. And I will still take the silver bullet. Let's roll here and roll again. Barnacle. How many levels are we likely to get? We've got a lot of XP gain. So am I likely to get like 2 level ups from the Barnacle, or even more than that? I think I will buy it. We'll see how many stats we get out of that. We'll buy this, and then we get a level 3 cursed shotgun. Defective steroids we don't need because we're over HP cap anyways. And I will take a lure. We actually don't have one, and this should give us 4 loot aliens next wave, which we should be able to kill. Ball and chain, our weapons do shoot faster than that, and we have community support and everything, so we don't want that. But let's take a book. Metal detector, I'm going to take in the theme of we're just buying all the greedy items here. And then we'll take a jerky as well. 1 more reroll. We'll take a lemonade because I want to get more items locked for a fishhook. So I need to remember there are a minimum of 4 loot aliens this wave. There's 2. And there's the 3rd. We've defeated it as well. Ooh. Yep, that's a big hit because our armor is very low. So I could still die to the bosses here because I'm getting a little bit goofy. I've bought starfish. I've reduced my armor a lot. But hopefully we can just kill them so fast that even if I dodge poorly, it doesn't matter. There we go. Got the 4th loot alien kill. And we're going to recycle the little frog. I'm going to recycle the wheelbarrow. My armor is very low. We're recycling turret. I'm going to take the pearl now. This does decrease my damage, but we're very close to having it increase our damage, so I'm not that worried about it. And then, do I want 4 ranged damage, or do I want to roll for armor? I'm just going to take the ranged damage there. We will pick up all of these items, and then do a reroll. The cursed sunglasses would decrease my percent damage, but increase my crit chance by 18%. That's honestly probably worth it, because our crit chance is a big component of our damage output. The helmet here is a really nice one. We'll take a cursed garden just because it's cursed. Tyler, I'm still going to pass on. Torture, we don't need. Lens, we actually don't have. We'll take a cyber ball as well. Do a reroll. Take a laser turret also. Lucky Charm is still going to be damage negative, so we'll pass on that, but we'll take Gentle Alien, we'll take Alloy, and Leather Vest I'm going to buy because this is actually HP positive as well as armor positive, and will get us over dodge cap. It's going to offset the dodge loss from the Alloy. HP positive doesn't matter, but we want the armor from the leather vest and the dodge from the leather vest anyways, and we don't lose HP by buying it, which is kind of neat. because we have the cursed stone skin, so we lose 3 HP and gain 4. So that's 2 more level ups, so I think the Barnacle will have been worth it. It gave us a ranged damage, and it's going to give us a couple more stats. Actually, we might get 1 more level up here. Yeah, so we got 4 levels with the Barnacle. That's really good, actually. I'm going to recycle the defective steroids and the boxing glove, and then so I could get 5 ranged damage here, or a bunch of luck. Let's go ahead and just take the ranged damage, and then we'll take 1 armor. That's fine. No value on the Barnacle from that, but that's okay. And then here, I'll take the percent damage. I just need any armor we can get. We'll take all of these items, and we did get the curse here. We do lose some percent damage for the leather vest, but the armor is so important for just not dying in the end game. And then we'll do some rerolls here. I'll, I guess, take a saltwater for the attack speed, and then roll again. Dextroyer. That is fun. We have had this in a run before, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish out this run rather than grab the Dextroyer there, but that is kind of exciting to see it show up. We get another cursed shotgun, which is perfect. That's going to help us kill enemies even faster, and the metal is great also. We're going to roll here. A hunting trophy I would take. Power generator I'm going to pick up as well, because that is just damage positive for us, and we would potentially take another metal, actually. Anvil and all that stuff would be really nice if we were going into endless mode, but I don't have time today, so we're just going to go ahead and win the run here, hopefully. We do have starfish and low armor, so I could still die for sure, but our damage output should be high enough to help me stay alive, and we don't die in 1 hit, so I was able to heal back up after I took a couple hits in a row there, and then we were able to defeat the bosses and win with the Curious on Crash Zone. All right, well, that was a really fun run. Shotgun with Curious, I felt like was an okay weapon. The fact that we could operate reasonably well on just 4 of them for so long helped us out a lot. We saved 353 on our spyglasses. The double coffee I actually really liked. That helped a lot. We got 14k on the baby elephant. 0 healing from the adrenaline, because we never got a dodge that healed us. That's kind of fun. This fishhook was terrible, but did still give us a couple cursed items. We got a cursed Ugly Tooth, which helped a lot against the loot aliens. Ugly Tooth is really nice for the Curious, because slowing down the loot aliens helps you focus damage on them. Treasure map, 6 items. A little below par for a treasure map on this character. Actually, a lot below par for a treasure map on this character, but still an insane item for us, of course. And then 1,000 materials from the bag. Triangles were very good. The stone skin ended up being pretty good as well, although obviously not a synergy with ashes. But I do think that the ashes were a good pick, because we just needed as much damage as we could get in order to clear everything. And then 1,000 materials from the Cursed Hunting Trophy as well. We got a lot of regen and lifesteal from Grind's Magical Leaf. Cursed Community Support was great. 420, nice from our recycling machine, so blaze it, I guess. And then only 24 harvesting from the crown, but of course we buy crown to become the king of Brotato. The vigilante ring gave us 30 damage, or actually only 24 damage, but that's still a lot of damage for this character that otherwise struggles with damage. The second pearl wasn't good, but we sort of knew that when we bought it. And then the metal detector gave us 60 materials, so definitely did not work out to buy that. I will say, you know, I played this run pretty loose because we got way ahead early. We definitely made some decisions that were more for fun than for strictly optimal play. But we managed to get there in the end on a very difficult character with an extreme challenge added to it. So feeling pretty good about that one. As always, my friends, if you've enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.